Welcome to the Women's World Cup Daily on EqualizerSoccer.com. Today is Tuesday, June 28th, and it is the first day of Group C action, and of course that means the United States is in action. U.S. kicks off their World Cup campaign with a 2-0 victory over North Korea, and pretty convincingly so in the second half. A little bit of a slow start in the first half. Things went well in the second half, very convincing, and the U.S. comes out with a 2-0 victory. Before that, Sweden with a pretty unconvincing 1-0 victory over Colombia. Should have been better, should have been more goals in that for Sweden. Weren't able to bury it, and that could come back to haunt them. Let's cut to the highlights. First, Sweden and Colombia.
Earlier today in Group C, Colombia and Sweden, the first match ever in the Women's World Cup for Colombia. A lot of blown opportunities early on for Sweden, but finally in the 57th minute, a lot of Schilling with a nice move in the cross, and Jessica Landstrom taps it in. Landstrom makes it 1-0, and that was the final. It could have been a lot larger score.
And as you can see, a lot of blown chances for the Swedes, particularly Jess Landstrom with a couple of chances that she blew, a couple sitters really. But, you know, for her, she did finish the one that counted, and 3 points for Sweden. They'll take it. So 3 points for Sweden and 1-0 victory over Colombia. Colombia looked pretty good. Surprisingly so that could be something to monitor over the next couple games. But and obviously the big one now, the U.S. with a 2-0 victory over North Korea. Slow start, as I said, but the U.S. gets some production from Cheney and Lauren Cheney and Rachel Buehler, of all people, actually, on the second goal. Let's cut to those highlights now.
Highlights of this because Lauren Cheney inserted into this game. It started in the 11th minute. She had 5 shots, and she was on frame each time.
That's an amazing stat as far as I'm concerned. Most of the time we see shots all around the goal, nothing that challenges the goalkeeper. Right away, here she is with a nice volley right at the goalkeeper.
This is 34th minute.
Again, a nice, well-hit shot. She's starting to get into the rhythm of the game.
I like where she's showing up on the field, but here's where North Korea was dangerous, and that's a big save by Hope Solo because she was a little bit unsighted. And here's Carly Lloyd.
Great ball.
Long ball, finds Wambach, who started to bend out into the flank. She eludes her defender here, and then serves a great ball into Cheney, who works to get open, and then heads an excellent goal.
Cheney's head.
Enjoying the moment. Then in the 76th minute, Allie Krieger rattles the crossbar. Little unsettled moment. It comes to Rachel Buehler, and Buehler puts it in for only her second goal.
I love that Rachel Buehler got this in front of the goal very often as a center back, so I'm glad she put it on frame and in the goal.
And if you're Cheney, it's always good to make the coach look good. So inserting her in the lineup over Megan Rapinoe on the left flank, really not much of a flank player. She really kind of drifted in the middle a bit, and I think that actually gave the U.S. a pretty nice second element of attack. So Cheney, Megan Pia-Sundhage look good. I think she's happy with that. A nice goal. Rachel Buehler with a nice finish for a defender. Nice finish overall. I won't take away from her on that. But 2-0 victory, and the U.S. starts things off just as they needed to with 3 points and a pretty convincing result. So Group C kicked off. The first U.S. game out of the way now, so nerves kind of settled a bit, at least for fans, I believe. And Group D kicks off, the final group to start tomorrow, and we'll obviously be back with that on the Women's World Cup Daily. I'm Jeff Kassouf, your host. See you tomorrow.